It's now 7:30 on Monday the 20th, and we are finished with week 2. So, yeah, last Monday I was weighing 79.5 kilograms with a body fat percentage of 21.5. So after today's weigh-in, this morning I woke up early doors, jumped on the scale before I'd had any breakfast or anything like that, and I was weighing 80.5 kilograms with a body fat percentage of 22.2%. This is good news because it means that I'm heading in the right direction. So what's the best way of putting on weight? Well, obviously that's to main gain. You maintain your current physique, you build muscle on top of that without putting on excess fat. That's not what I want to do. That's not the purpose of these vlogs. That's not the purpose of this journey. What I want to do is I want to put on as much as I can in a short space of time, or shortish space of time. It's not about you should be doing this. It's not about you shouldn't be doing that. It's about what are your personal goals, what are you comfortable with, and what's working for you, and ultimately what are you happy with. Yes, there are right and wrong ways of training. Yes, people will look at you and say you should be eating this and doing that, and that's fine. Those people aren't wrong. In fact, there are people that know far more than I do, but I'm doing what works for me. I'm doing what works for my body, and I'm doing what I am comfortable with both mentally and physically. That's what I'm trying to get across also through these journeys and everything like that. Is fitness is a hugely personal thing, and the reality is just find out what works for your body, find out what makes you happy mentally and physically, and do that. As long as you follow the basics and you build off of that. I want to take my personal journey to an extreme, or as extreme as I see fit, and then I want to go the other way. I want to then put on as much weight. I then want to cut down and build a physique that I think is good. That leads me to how I've been training. Week 1, I started push-pull legs. To be honest, I changed it this past week because I prefer what they call a bro split. I prefer choosing 2 muscle groups a day, and I prefer using my time as efficiently in the gym as I can to isolate those 2 muscle groups. My time in the gym is quite selected, normally in an hour to an hour and a quarter, sometimes less. I have kids, I have a job, like everyone else. So I just found that a bro split for me was easier to, like I say, be more efficient with my time, select the muscles that I feel are lacking, because that's what bodybuilding is, right? It's not about strength training. It's not about powerlifting. It's about building a physique. I'm noticing it more now, that people's indication of building muscle and growth is directly correlated to their strength. Don't get me wrong, getting stronger goes partly hand in hand with getting bigger. But if you don't even have the basics down, if you don't have the knowledge of how your body works, then going for constant PBs, going for heavier and heavier weights is not going to help. How many of us leave the gym and wake up the next day and sit there and feel an ache or a pain somewhere other than the targeted muscle that we've been trying to isolate? How many of us go do chest day and find that we've got an ache or pain in our shoulder. How many of us do biceps and wake up the next day and our forearms are killing us? Gym culture now, for younger men and younger people in general, women included, an indication of how you're pushing your body to a limit is directly indicated by how much you're lifting. You'll look back on people like Jay Cutler, like Ronnie Coleman, like Dorian Yates, you know, the all-time greats, and how they were training and the sheer weight that they were pushing. But you forget, and I think people in general forget, that back then they didn't have access to the same depth of knowledge, both scientific and physical knowledge, that we have now. And you would probably find that if they were training in this day and in this time, they would train differently. Moral of the story is, don't live like an idiot, right? And don't be sucked into this black hole of lightweight, I can do this, lightweight, easy. It's no, progressive overload is not what that is. That's not progressive overload. That's just overload. All you are doing is moving weight. You don't want to move weight, you want to build muscle. Obviously, all of this is easier for me to say than it is to do and practice, right? But that's why I want to keep doing these vlogs. That's why I want to keep going with this journey and keep uploading, so you guys can see what I'm doing works for my body, and there's no reason why it can't work for yours. Either way, I'm happy with the progress over these past couple of weeks. And yeah, I'm going to keep going. I will be uploading, obviously, a physique update. I've been doing this now, I think it's around, this will be, yeah, week 2, but 3rd week in the gym, week 2 of the vlog. So I'll upload physique updates as soon as I'm done here.